Hey there, Stampers. Happy Friday. My name is Sherry Roth. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. And I'm happy to be here to share a crafty project with you today. I'm just updating my iPad here. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right. Okay, let's move everything over. Not very centered today. Okay, so before we get started for today's project, I wanted to share just a reminder of some things that are coming near to an end. Celebration is almost done. Good morning, Mary Liz. Celebration is almost done. So Tuesday of next week, March 31st, is the last day of celebration, which means it's the last day for you to earn free product. So all of this product and more, are actually items that you can earn for free. Actually, yeah, I'm missing a few things here, with a qualifying purchase. So you definitely want to check that out. Actually, I shouldn't say all of it because some of it is available for purchase. This DSP, which we're using today, and then some of the coordinating framelets. So there's coordinating framelets that go with this, which actually I think are sold out. Those things are still available until March 31st, unless they've sold out. And I will post afterwards. I will post either in the description below or in the description above. If you're on Facebook watching the replay, I will post links to all of those brochures so that you can check them out and make sure that you have everything that you want before you can't get it anymore. All right. Also, I'm gonna have to move this. This is just taking up too much room here. Okay. Also, March 31st means that it's the end of your opportunity to pick up this little Ladybug Stamp Set for free with a qualifying workshop. So if you place an order or collect a few orders of $375 or more, you get this little Ladybug Stamp Set for free. And there are dies that are available to purchase as part of the coordinating products. So if you already have earned this stamp set but have not picked up the dies, you'll want to do that before the end of March so that you can have those, because they coordinate beautifully and just allow you a little bit more versatility for the stamp set. I mean, the stamp set is pretty versatile on its own, but it's even better when you don't have to fussy cut these little ladybugs. And then one more thing, it's also your last opportunity to purchase the starter kit, which is always a fabulous deal at $135, no shipping and no tax. But if you sign up before Tuesday, before the end of March, you get additional free product. So you get this little mini paper cutter, you get a 6x6 paper sampler, and then you get a stamp set of your choice absolutely free. And this is the most expensive stamp set in the catalog. It's $61. So the added value to the starter kit right now is incredible. So if you're thinking about it, whether you want to be a discount demonstrator, which means you just buy product at a discount, whether you want to be a hobby demonstrator and just have a few friends and family buy from you, and hold the occasional class, that's fine. Or if you want to be a business demonstrator and across Canada, you don't have to be in Alberta to participate. You can participate across Canada. We have demonstrators from coast to coast on our team, so we'd love to have you join us. All right. Okay, so now I've got a quick project for you today. I'm gonna make a cute little simple Easter basket. And it's super quick and easy because I am sharing my studio today. My husband is working from home and he's got conference calls, and this is it's the quietest place to be. So I had to boot him out for just half an hour or so that I could quickly do this Facebook Live. And then he'll come back down here. There's a lot of stuff going on at his work right now, so he's got a ton of stuff that needs to take care of, and some of it has just popped up this morning, of course. Okay, so you want to see what we're going to make? We're going to make this sweet little basket, except I'm going to switch up the patterned paper. It's so cute. Like, can you see how tiny it is? I've got really small hands. Good morning, Kim. Thanks for sharing, Beth. So it's super tiny, but I thought it would be so cute to leave on neighbors' doorsteps on Easter weekend. You just fill it up with some wrapped candy, so Hershey's Kisses or whatever. So cute, and you won't believe how simple this is to make. Now, I can't take credit for this. I got the idea from, I believe, Sally Stamper, and I think she got the idea from someone else, and I didn't jot down her name, so I apologize. So I can't take credit for it. Okay, so I am going to use this paper because I love it. So this is the Pleased as Punch DSP, which you can still purchase until the end of March. So this one uses that DSP as well. So this one I used the gingham pattern that is in here, but for the one I'm gonna make right now, I'm going to use this pattern, this fun stripe pattern. I thought it would be cute. Good morning, Andrew. I'm happy to have you back. Okay, so what we need, let me share the dimensions and what you need in case you want to craft along, or if you're going to make it afterwards. Okay, so you will need, let me grab my little cheat sheet with the measurements. You need 4 pieces, and you can use cardstock, you can use DSP. When Sally did hers, she actually used cardstock and embossed it using the basket weave embossing folder, which looked really cute. I wanted to try it with DSP to see if it would be sturdy enough, and it is sturdy enough. Good morning, Karen. It's been a while since I've seen you too. I hope you're well. So these, you need 4 strips that measure 3/4 of an inch by 5.5 inches. Okay, so whether that is DSP or cardstock, it doesn't matter. And again, I chose to do a something that coordinates. So I'm using cardstock, but you could replace this with DSP if you wanted to. You need a piece that measures 7.25 inches by 1/2 inch, and another piece that measures 5.5 inches by 1/2 inch. And then you'll need a scrap big enough for a 1 3/4 inch circle, and then a couple other scraps in coordinating color. So I've got some scraps of white and some scraps of daffodil here. Good morning, Barb. Okay, so those are all the pieces that we're going to need, and then you're also going to need some tear and tape. You could probably use liquid glue as well. You want something that's quite strong. But this, I find tear and tape, it's just faster. I don't have to wait for it to set. So I'm just going to put that all the way across. And trim this. And then I like to burnish my tear and tape to make sure that it really sticks well. Peel off that backing. Okay, and then I'm going to flip these pieces over, and I want to make sure, actually I think they were all, yeah. So I'm going to start, this is the pattern that I want on the outside. I'm going to line this up with the top, I guess if you turn it this way, it'd be the top left corner. Okay, so it's lined up right in that corner. And then I'm going to take the next one, and I'm going to leave about a 1/16 of an inch. So I'm still lining it up with the top, but I'm leaving just a tiny little gap there. And then I'll do the same thing. And then I'm going to do the last one. So you can see that I've left just that tiny little bit of a gap there. I'm going to take my bone folder, and I just want to apply a little bit of pressure here just to make sure that tape sticks. And then I'm going to take this first one, and I'm just going to repeat the process. So again, lining it right up to that, next to that 4th one, pushing down, and then this one, I'm grabbing the next one, so the second one on the line, positioning it about a 1/16 of an inch, and I'm just going to keep going. Isn't this incredibly simple? And it is so adorable. This would be a great project to do with kids as well. If you've got kids at home, they could easily do this. Okay, and then we've got this extra little bit here. So that is just going to, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this piece right here, so this is where we started, and I'm going to line it up so that it is about 1/16 of an inch from that last one. And then just make sure that that blue strip is lined up with the top. And then again, I'll just take my bone folder and I'm just gonna go around and burnish that to make sure that all of that tape really holds its seal. And there we go, there's our basket. So you can see that it's quite rounded right now and it won't stand up. So we need to add a bottom to it. So that is where this scrap, and I chose to do a coordinating color, the same color that matches the band along the top. So I'm just gonna punch out a circle. And then you want to apply a fair bit of adhesive on here. So you basically want to cover this with adhesive. Okay, and then I'm going to turn this upside down. Here you can fuss with it a little bit and make sure it looks okay, because these can be moved around. You can pull them out, you can push them in, depending on the shape that you want it to be. I think it looks pretty good. Then I'm going to push this down in the center and then stick this on. Then I'll flip it over and I'm going to use my bone folder and basically just, you can use your thumb too. Thumb probably works better. And I'm just going to make sure that that sticks. There we go. There's our little basket. So now this piece, this shorter piece, so I should have mentioned that this piece is the longer piece. So this is the 7 1/4 inch piece, and then the shorter, the 5 1/2 inch piece, this is your handle, okay? So you can add a little bit of tear and tape to either end. So just like this. And you can stick it on and that can suffice. But I chose to add brads to mine. I've got a piece of little scrap of tear and tape stuck to my finger here. Okay, so I'll just burnish this, make sure it's really well stuck. And then I'm gonna take that backing off, and where this seam is, I'm going to line this right up with that seam with the bottom of the band and just put that in, push that in. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm just going to wrap it around. Line it up with the end. So this could be done. You don't have to add brads, but I wanted to add brads. What Sally did was she wrapped some ribbon around hers and tied a bow on either side, which looked really cute. I have some brads that I want to use, so I'm going to do that. And I always find it easier to line it up just right if I just put a little dot where I want the brad to go, because then I can see where my punch needs to be. Sometimes it's hard to see exactly where the center is. So I'm just using a 1/16 inch circle punch, handheld circle punch, which we don't carry anymore, but you should be able to find them around if you don't have one already. Dollarama has spotted jelly beans that would match. Oh, spotted, yeah, multicolored jelly beans in here would be cute. Okay, so I'm just feeding my brad in and I'm going to separate the backs. The other one through. I'm just using some silver brads from our metallic brads collection. On this one, I used the rose gold brads, and they look really pretty with the petal pink. Okay, so there's our basket. We could leave it at that, and it looks adorable. Just fill it with candy, but I wanted to decorate it a little bit, so, and plus I wanted to use some product that is soon coming to an end. So I am going to use the Thoughtful Blooms stamp set, which I must have put over with my celebration stuff that I moved over there, but you know which one, the one with the little cute little flower, the one that matches this floral image. So I'm going to use that and the coordinating punch, and we're going to stamp some flowers and some leaves. So I'm going to use Mango Melody for this smaller flower. And then for the larger flower, I'm going to use Daffodil Delight. Now, I do want to scrap because I want to see how dark this is. I might want to stamp it off first. Yeah, let's stamp it off. Okay, so now I'm just going to line this up. Stamp it down, and then I'm going to pull in some Granny Apple Green. Oh yeah, you could use rhinestones on here, definitely. And I'm going to just stamp 3 leaves. Okay, and then I've got a punch to punch this flower out, but I will have to fussy cut the leaves. It's tough to see here. Just gonna bring it in where the light isn't. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then I'll fussy cut the leaves. I was just gonna ask, so what kind of big plans does everybody have this weekend? Well, I guess nobody really has any plans this weekend, right? We started watching The Mandalorian on Disney Plus. We broke down and we are now Disney Plus members. So we started watching it last night. That's going to be our new family show. Baby Yoda, I know that's not, I don't think that's who it is, but the Baby Yoda on there is, oh my gosh, he's so adorable. Does anybody else watch it? Okay, so we've got those. And then I'm going to use a 1 1/8 inch scallop circle. I'm going to punch a piece of daffodil with that, and a 1 inch circle punch just from another scrap of white. And then these are going to be the base to hold my flower. So where is my Tombow? Here it is. Mary Liz says she's doing a big grocery shop. Yeah. And then baskets for the office. Are you going to use this basket idea? This is a great way. Like all of those strips of DSP that you have, you could even do multiple patterns and I think it would be cute. I think this is a great way to use up scraps. Yes, Christine, you're right. I think you can get a free week trial of Disney Plus. So we're during our week, but we will still get it, at least for now, when while we're in quarantine and watching a little bit more TV than we normally would. I'm glad we have a hard time finding shows where all of us want to watch because we all just have different tastes. So I'm glad that we found something. Okay, so now I'm just gonna tuck my leaves in. I'm gonna tuck 2 under one of the, and Beth hopes to craft, yes. That's good. It's always nice to have a bit of crafting time. I gotta do some cleaning too. Okay, so I'm gonna tuck 2 of them right here, and then another one under one of the other petals. And I'm just kind of curling up the leaves with my fingers just to give them a bit more dimension. Okay, I'll pull up these petals a bit, and then I'm gonna use one of our champagne rhinestones. These I think are actually from a leftover, maybe a leftover paper pumpkin kit. But they're the same as our champagne rhinestones. Okay, there we go. And then I'm gonna use a dimensional to add this to the basket. Trying to get it in the center here. There we go. And then we can tuck some Hershey's Kisses in here. Let's see how many. It actually holds a surprising amount. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10. You could probably fit 12 in there. So it actually holds a fair amount. So it's a nice size without being too big. So there we go. There's our 2 little Easter baskets. This one, you can see that this one, I pushed down a little bit more. So it gives it just a little bit of a different shape, and I think I prefer the shape of this one. I think I'm gonna have to go back and empty those candies. Let's see. This one I just used my bone folder to stick the base down, but I think I prefer it when I use my hands. I like it when it bulges out like that. There we go. So cute. So I will include a full supply list up at the top if you're watching on Facebook, and below if you're watching on YouTube. And there will also be photos and a full supply list on my blog as well. All right, so I hope you guys have a fabulous weekend. Stay safe, and I will see you next week. Take care, guys.